So yesterday we just got the worst news at Xbox, and that is the two higher up leaderships at not just Microsoft Gaming, but also Xbox developers have actually are stepping down as CEOs. Yes, we're talking Phil Spencer and as well as Sarah Bond. So there was an article and there was a statement from Phil Spencer that has mentioned that he is officially retiring this coming up Monday and literally just 2 short days from now. And the other head executive CEO, which is Sarah Bond, and she is just leaving the company. Like nothing has been an email or anything coming from Sarah Bond. She is essentially just leaving the company. And we got the news as who is going to be taking over as, Microsoft Gaming and the head of Xbox over Phil Spencer. And it's just not looking all that great. This just absolutely looks like more so like 90% out of 100 that this is the death of Xbox. And I hate to say that, but at the end of the day, I really like Xbox as a brand, as a console. Even though I personally like the PlayStation 5 the most this generation, and even the same thing with the PlayStation 4 from last generation, the Xbox One and even the Xbox Series consoles are still really good consoles, and they still have awesome tech put into them. Like, even if you count the Series S for an example, that honestly is still a very good console for the price. Well, maybe not for the price that it is now, but the price that it was for $300, that was a fairly good low price point to get into like a current, next gen type of console that is going to play current gen, next generation types of games. And then we have to back forward to last generation, even though the Xbox One wasn't quite that far behind the PS4 in terms of visuals and performance and whatnot. We're going to mostly look at the Xbox One X, which is another thing that Phil Spencer absolutely did. And that console, even to this day in 2026, is still a really, really good console. And to be honest, frankly, here, I know I kind of screwed up saying that. Even to be honest, even to this day, like you can find a Xbox One X for a very, very good price point. Like we're talking for as much as $250 or cheaper than that. And you want to get into 4K gaming and you want to get the cheapest way to get into 4K gaming minus the PlayStation 4 Pro, that's also another option, and you want to get into actual true 4K gaming and whatnot, but you also got Game Pass, the One X absolutely has you covered. You can find an Xbox One X for a very, very good low price point. But with all that being said, the new executive that is going to be taking over Microsoft Gaming or the head of Xbox or whatever, you ready for this? Like, you are probably not going to be surprised. It is a AI who knows about AI related stuff. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It is somebody who works in the AI department of Microsoft, or Xbox, I should say, that is going to be taking over Xbox, the head of Xbox that Phil Spencer is stepping down on. So that right there is 100% not a very good look at Xbox, even more, probably worse than ever before. Now, Xbox originally was starting to catch up, and they looked like they were going to be turning things around during the second half of the Xbox One generation. I mean, let's face it, you got games like Forza Horizon 4, you had games like Gears of War 5, And even the Halo Master Chief Collection was still getting updates and getting improvements. And because of the Xbox One X being out, you like it was essentially looking like things were going to turn around for the Xbox brand on top of the PlayStation 4 and it having its first party games for like Spider-Man, Days Gone. Xbox at least was having some first party games coming out to, have competition. Then we get to the Xbox Series X generation, and I know that some people are going to be like, they screwed up, they fumbled the ball when Halo Infinite had to get delayed. But if it had to get delayed, honestly, I think it was honestly worth it because at the end of the day, Halo Infinite, with that first teaser or first bit of gameplay, it just did not look that great. So them delaying it, I think, was a smart move. Yes, it sucked because it wasn't a launch title for the Xbox Series X, even though it got ported to the Xbox One. But I think that it was smart that they delayed the game. Honestly, it probably would be a lot worse than what it is now if it came out during the launch of the Xbox Series X. Then you got other games like Forza Horizon 5 that were cross-gen titles, and even then, that game on the Xbox One X alone personally still looks fairly good. It honestly still, in some cases, I honestly think that honestly looks pretty much like a current generation game on the Xbox One X, and that's me saying like in compared to games that are coming out like Rush, broken, or just have graphical glitches and stuff like that. Like Forza Horizon 5, even on the Xbox One X, looks better than a lot of these other third-party games that are coming out that don't either look that great or just have, performance issues or graphical issues. Forza Horizon 5 on the One X still holds up incredibly well to this day, almost going 5 years later since its release in 2021. So I just don't know what in the world is going on at Xbox right now. But man, I really like the Xbox brand as a whole. I really do think that Xbox, we need competition. And honestly, right now, Sony is not doing the best right now because they are so focusing on live service games. And right now, I think that reason is because of Jim Ryan and the executives that PlayStation that had, and Herman Hulse that also is not doing a very good sign at the same rate. But man, it just does not look all that great for the Xbox brand as a whole. It honestly looks like it's just going to continue to go deeper and deeper in the grave the way the things are looking. So yeah, Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond are no longer at the company at Microsoft for head of Xbox and head of like Microsoft Gaming and whatnot. And most of these choices are coming from the higher up executive that is the higher up of Microsoft as a whole in general, Satya Nadella. And he is making these choices and talking about all this AI stuff that's going on. And we can honestly say that from his choices with all that, that's probably why these two are stepping down. And with the mixed messaging that has been happening over the last 2 years, I just don't know what to say anymore. At this point, if you want a newer current generation type of console, I hate to say it, you're just better off to get a PlayStation 5 at this very moment. And personally, with a 2 terabyte Xbox Series X at the moment, you would just be better off saving the, $60 to $70 picking up a PlayStation 5 Pro over a 2 terabyte Xbox Series X. And because of the prices going up, Xbox just is not selling hardware like hardly at all at this very moment. Now, I'm glad that we still have our Xbox Series X's and as well as our Series S, or our two Series S's, I should say. But yeah, it is official. Sarah Bond has left the company without any signs of a messaging as to why, and Phil Spencer is retiring as the head of Xbox and getting replaced with a woman who actually knows about AI, and it just is not looking great for the future of Xbox, or as I should say, Microsoft in general. So, hope you enjoy this video. If you could, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and we'll keep you posted with more news like this going forward. And let us know in the comment section down below of what do you think about Microsoft with the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, retiring, and the other head, Sarah Bond, actually just leaving the company without any notice. Let us know in the comment section down below. And honestly, are you team Xbox and you will stick with Xbox no matter what they do? But that's going to do it for the video tech and gaming review. So rate, comment, subscribe, and we shall see you in the next video.